Assalamu alaikum. Shagufta is here, your host and your dost. Today we have privilege of introducing the best award-winning mathematics educator, Mr. Baiju. Let's know his experience and share the motivational story of Mr. Baiju. Welcome, Mr. Baiju.
Yeah, thank you so much, Ms. Shagupta, for inviting me for your SG talks.
Can you share your journey into the teaching profession and what has inspired you to become as a teacher?
I had started my journey as a teacher at the age of 18.
Mashallah.
So once I just completed my secondary education, I was set a goal to go for an advocate profession.
Wow,
yeah.
great.
Yeah. But the thing is, while studying, we are forced to work for the family also. So
Yes.
I find kind of part-time job to teach an institution nearby as a mathematics teacher.
Wow, great.
Yeah, at the beginning it was not comfortable for me, but once I start doing the work, so it goes so I feel really comfortable, and I was thinking about to continue as this job. Okay.
So at the age of 18, you have started teaching maths.
Exactly.
So mashallah,
Exactly.
you have good years of experience then.
Yeah, I have, even in the UAE, I have more than 25 years of experience
Great
as
to
math
hear
teacher.
that. Yeah.
And also in different curriculums, I work in a British curriculum, American, and even
Very good.
CBSE
It's
curriculum.
kind of you have completely dissolved into the education field now
Exactly.
as an educator,
I
right?
could say that I immersed in mathematics. So I
Okay.
can't think about a job other than teaching
So it was a
mathematics.
part-time job as a teacher and your goal was to become an advocate. So how you got inspired to become teacher?
Yeah, well, I see, once I start teaching for a few months, so I felt this is my profession,
Okay.
so I was very comfortable, and especially dealing with
So you
students.
started loving teaching.
Exactly.
Ah.
Especially for this subject, because most of the students are like a kind of fear in mathematics.
Yes.
So once I start teaching, when I feel like they are comfortable, so I felt so continuing this job. Mathematics teaching as a temporary job, and then turn to a professional. Now I'm not able to think about any other job than teaching mathematics.
Very great to listen. What do you believe are the most important qualities of a teacher?
Yeah, the most important quality, if you ask me, I'll choose as the first one as adaptability.
Very
So
nice.
adaptability in the sense so just get into involved into the situation, whatever comes to us. So if you could be comfortable with whatever the situation over there.
Yeah.
For example, teachers are mainly, the challenging role of the teacher is to identify the different needs of a student.
Right.
So to identify
Exactly.
the different needs of a student
Yes.
is really challenging for a teacher.
Yes.
Yeah.
So how do you approach building relationship with the students?
Yeah, ma'am. Actually, this is one of the most important point.
Task, yes, for a
teacher has to keep it up.
Yes.
There should be a positive teacher-student relationship that provide really a great impact on the process of learning. Yes,
Yes,
of course.
exactly.
Yeah, because once the teacher is having a positive relation with the students, so students automatically get inspired and they will be having a habit of learning mathematics.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
what is the method you follow to get in relation with the student?
Yeah, the thing is we have a number of points to be there, to know the interest of the students. Okay, so sometimes we may be able to provide them their own choice.
Yes.
It gives a great impact on teaching. Their choice in the sense so some of them maybe
Don't want to
write, some are
Right,
hesitate
yes.
to write all those
Yes.
stuff, but they can use some different way of a diagram or something to learn activities
Yeah.
to get the same idea. So being a teacher, my goal is to transfer the concept and the idea.
Can you share a memorable experience that you have faced with any of your student like this?
Yeah, I do remember one. There are a lot of experiences in this long journey, but one of them, it's not very serious, but it's a very simple one, I should say. But I felt it like one of the student, like in a class, especially we have the class students are categorized as some of them are very weak in math. Okay.
Okay.
So there was a student who is not good in math. So he is actually categorized as a weak one. So even his brain is conditioned that he is not able to do math.
Yes.
So when a simplified simplified method, when I explained the math, he jumped out of the his seat and said that, sir, I understood first time
I got
something.
it.
Yeah, the math,
Yes.
like, and
Yeah.
he was his excitement from his face. It gives us is something like really,
yes.
yeah,
But I'm
really
successful in
something
my
great.
teaching.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great. That's great.
And because the student has an idea that he's not able to do it.
Yes.
And
when you're successful in transferring your content to that student.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And the feeling of the student so gives us so inspiration to teach.
Actually, it's a proud moment for a teacher.
Of course.
Yes,
Of course.
because
it is exactly a
like
proud
high
moment.
achievers can learn in any way. That like if the low achievers are achieving that what they cannot, so
Perfect.
that's a proud moment for a teacher.
Perfect. That's an important point
Exactly.
because most of the teachers neglect the people.
Exactly.
So they already label them as they are not able to do it.
And
But actually, there is no student is not able to do any subject, especially for math.
yes,
I could say, because what we need to do is to give them a choice. So we should not tell them that everyone in the class has to follow the same procedure to
Every
get the
time,
idea.
yes.
So we could give their own choices. So it helped them a lot, I think. Make them comfortable.
What challenges have you faced in your teaching career?
Yeah, you see, a teacher is getting the main challenge of the teacher in his teaching career is, of course, like to identify the variety needs of a student. Okay?
Yeah.
So, for example, a particular student, in every class, whatever the class or the student, there may be the needs of the students will be different. Like
Yes.
identifying need of each student is always challenging for a teacher.
Yes.
Okay,
that's
because
true.
once it is detected, so it's easy for the teacher to deliver. So in which level we need to give for this particular student
Exactly.
to develop, that's important. So their weak points and their positive areas and all. So deliver accordingly in a differentiated way, like a student-centered way of teaching will, of course,
It
can
will
make a
work.
great change.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So, usually, which age group students you teach?
Yeah, presently I'm handling like secondary level,
Secondary
adolescents.
level. Yes.
So we need to have a different strategy for this age
Teenagers.
teenagers. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, because otherwise it won't work with.
So, how do you handle them? Like, as we know, if they are in primary till grade 8, grade 9, we can manage the classroom. So,
Yeah.
after getting into teenage, there will be some like behavioral issues. So, how do you manage?
Okay.
And also, moreover, if you're teaching mathematics, there is a lot of fear in students that maths, oh my god.
Yeah.
So, how you will handle that?
Yes.
Fearing.
Yes, Miss. You came to an important point now. Why the students have this idea, which what you said, like they have a math fear, because from the early childhood onwards, they have an idea like they hear about the math is a difficult subject.
Yes.
So what happened is this idea get conditioned in their brain. They always think that it's difficult.
Yes, exactly.
But once they feel that a teacher, whoever the teacher, whatever the subject, you feel that we care them. So
Exactly.
yeah, there will be, of course, a different approach from the students. So many parents sometimes say that so that particular teacher while teaching my student is interested in this subject.
Yeah.
This is just of that reason. Okay.
Why do you think the parents are also so much worried for mathematics subject, and even they start sending this children for the tuitions and all? And what do you think that students are not able to grasp mathematics in one teaching? They need second explanation, or they need more help, which is not covered in schools. Why the students has to go for the tuitions?
Actually, it's a really interesting question.
Yeah.
but I'm sorry to say that it's exactly a false idea.
Mm-hmm.
So, as I told you, even the parents, when they were in the student itself, it is conditioned in their brain that maths is a difficult subject.
Maths is a tough subject.
Oh yeah. So
Yes.
this idea, which is already there in their mind, they just transfer the same thing to their children, and they start giving them tutoring and all.
So you mean to say that they have to change their thinking.
Exactly.
That maths is not a
And
hard
at
subject. It is easy
yeah,
to do.
their time is over. At least for this new generation, for their children, they will have to tell them that it's not that.
Not that easy.
And the second point is, this is also a wrong idea that the student need to teach the second time. It's no, because mathematics is the one they need to do by themselves.
Yes.
For a short period, then they could able to continue with the same one.
Exactly.
But if you train them with a tutor for an year, it's like kind of a spoon feeding. So this will continue from grade 2 to grade 12.
Yeah.
The one point which I can't understand is a student goes to a tutor for 1 year, and the next year also he need to go for math tuition. It surprised me.
Yeah.
Because if a student go for a 1 year for math tuition, next year he of
should
course
know the
will do
plan.
by himself.
Yes.
Because once he got the basic of mathematics, of course we can
No
continue.
need of any
No need of
tutoring.
that.
Yes, exactly.
That means there is something lagging in between.
Exactly.
Okay, those students.
So, being a secondary mathematics educator, for our 10th graders, what do you want to suggest them? How they can plan to achieve the goal?
Exactly. So the main point I have to tell them, especially for board, those who are facing the board exam, grade 10 or 12. So please don't be put aside there is a time for them to study, prepare for the exam. If they do less, but at the same time day wise, like every day if they do a little bit, especially for math. Maybe another subject they have number of definitions, they'll be able to by heart mug up with that. But the math is the one, if they go daily basis in a very short time, like an hour is more than enough for them to score 90 plus.
Wow.
If they do in a daily basis.
That's really a very great tip. Yeah.
But many students always say us sir, in the last 1 month I was learning like anything.
At that moment,
hours and hours, and I'm not able to score. So believe me, math is a subject it's not able to score even if you do hours and hours at the last fresh moment. Okay?
Yes.
Math especially is better to start from beginning.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
I must say, whatever you're learning, if you practice it regularly, then you will become pro for
exactly.
that. Yeah.
The thing is for example, if he learn the same day, he may able to cover those portion in 10 minutes.
Yes.
And if you do the same thing after a month, he may need an hour to do this one.
It's
this
like
is the main
again
issue.
starting.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. So basically, it's totally he's losing and he's not able to score if he tried to do all together.
Yeah, he or she, both.
And my suggestion to everyone is math is the easiest subject. As I told you, as you said, even if they go in a daily basis, mathematics is the easiest subject to score full marks.
Yes, this is the correct point. We cannot
no
score
other
full
subjects
marks.
we are not able to score
exactly.
Even if you work hard, even if you study a lot, you won't be able to score full mark.
Exactly.
But mathematics is the one you can score without doing number of hours.
Yeah. So daily practice is
daily
needed.
Practice
just to
is
score
enough
full
for
marks.
a half an hour to 1 hour.
Exactly.
It's enough. It's my opinion.
Really,
it's my past experience.
Good, yes. People used to say, and people say, that teaching job is so easy. So, as you are so much experienced in this teaching profession, what do you think? The teaching job is easy?
Excellent. It's an excellent question. So, I should answer your question in two different ways. Now, when I say if you consider 15 years back when I started teaching in UAE, of course, as you said, the teaching job was a very easy job. But at present in 2024, it's not that easy. So, teaching is something different. The teaching style has really,
so teaching is not teaching anymore.
Exactly.
We have to get into many roles.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So if you compare with an office job with a teacher job,
yeah.
the thing is An office job is get over when you out of the office, but a teaching job will continue. It's a kind of 24 into 7. So answer to your question, at present teaching job is not an easy job,
Yeah.
but it's really an interesting job.
True.
Yes, a reputable job.
True.
Love and affection we receive from our students, you are not going to get in any other job.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's okay.
You will get interact with different kinds of minds. You can inspire.
Exactly.
You can learn to teach. Yeah.
This
you
is
can
this
learn
is the
many
most
things.
important thing, ma'am, because
Yes.
we teachers, we are learning every day. We are
Exactly.
learning every day.
Yeah.
Even if I'm a teacher for last 25 years. Every day I'm learning.
Yes,
I'm going
true.
to a classroom like a fresh teacher, as a new teacher. I never go to a classroom like I have 25 years of experience.
Yes.
Because if you go as a new teacher only, we could do something novel ideas to the students.
Exactly.
Yes.
That's really inspiring, Mr. Baiju.
Thank
So
you.
I want you to motivate my audience. Maybe they are teachers or parents or students who are watching you. I want you to motivate and inspire your teaching journey.
My request is, if you are a new teacher in a school, so try to learn your student. So it's very important to learn your student, the needs of the students.
Yes.
So then the whole thing will be easy for you too. And the second point I need to stress is empathy. Just put yourself in
Exactly.
somebody's, it's the other's shoe,
Really.
so that you will be getting an idea what will be the response if I were you. So this will be a good idea for every new teacher, and you could be very successful teacher in this profession.
That's really great message from Mr. Baiju, that before learning your book, before learning what you have to teach in the classroom, you have to learn your student. That's really great message from you. Thank you, Mr. Baiju, for joining us and motivating our teachers, students with your inspirational stories and with your positive words. Keep watching, friends. We will come with more motivational and inspiring stories. Thank you.